Hey friends, today we're going to be doing a short review on a fragrance from Tumi called Continuum. Let's talk about it. Hey friends, John here from Proverbs 27:9 Fragrances. And again, today we're going to be looking at Tumi Continuum. So if you would, go ahead and make sure that you like this video, that you're subscribed to the channel, and that you got the notifications turned on. That way you're notified every time we upload this sweet smelling fragrance related content. So Tumi Continuum is my second fragrance from the house of Tumi. I also have Tumi Kinetic GMT. Not sure why they got the GMT on there, but Tumi Kinetic GMT is a very, very good fragrance if you like ambroxan. It has a cherry sauvage type of feel to it, and it makes it's the projection, and you know, the longevity on it is not powerhouse, but the projection is really good for the first couple hours. And I've gotten a lot of compliments from it. I picked this one up because I was in Ross a couple of weeks back, and I saw a Tumi box, and when I looked, it was a full-size 3.4 eau de parfum of Continuum, and it was like $30. So I bought two. I bought one for a birthday present for my middle son, and then I bought one to have and to review. So I'm going to be looking at this today. Again, this one here is the 3.4 ounce, and it's eau de parfum. The packaging and presentation for the Tumi fragrances is nice. You know, cardboard box, so nothing fancy, but it is, there is good packaging on the inside. It is kept in there very snug and tight. I would say really good for designer fragrance. Also comes with a little card on the top, kind of like, you know, when you open a Parfums de Marly or a Creed, something like that. So they do try to make theirs a more of an upscale presentation for the designer market. They have a unique cap system, if you can see that here. In fact, I've had some of my family members almost break my Tumi Kinetic cap, because what you got to do is you got to turn that in order for it to unlock. So when the cap is on there, I mean, it is super snug because it's actually a lock. And I believe that's paying homage to the fact that Tumi is known for luggage, you know, and they have really good zippers. They have really good locks on their luggage. So let's talk about, of course, you got the brown here with Continuum gradient down. I think it's a very good look. Very heavy bottle. So again, packaging wise and presentation for a designer, really good. The sprayer is okay. It puts out a good strong blast. It's not pressurized. You really can't control the blast. But again, it's good. So let's talk about the fragrance. Again, I said Kinetic is a cherry sauvage type. Really good year round, but more works really well in the spring, summer. This one is a more of a early spring, fall and winter. Cool to cold weather. This is a great fragrance. It opens with a blast of citrus and resins that gives it this very warm, ambery Coca-Cola type of accord. It's followed by, I think in the mid, there's orris root and there's some floral notes. I'm not sure if there's any spices listed, but this does come across with some spicy nuances. Sort of maybe like a nutmeg or something of that nature. It doesn't come across Christmassy like you know, tobacco vanille, but there is a nice suede accord that comes in, and then a really nice tobacco note. You know, it would be similar to something like Jazz Club. It reminds me of Bvlgari Man in Black. It reminds me of one of the Wanted by Night fragrances. I don't remember if it's the Parfum or there's one that's really kind of a dark, smoky one. Again, it smells a lot like Man in Black, a lot like Jazz Club. It kind of gives me the vibe of being a young boy sitting in my grandpa's big leather recliner. He's smoking his cherry pipe tobacco, and I'm drinking a Coca-Cola. It takes me back. That's kind of the vibe it gives you. Of course, the tobacco is not nearly as overpowering as it was in my house. Tell you a funny little story. One time, my family was so bad chain smokers. It was winter time, and we had a lot of the family over. And while they were, talking and everything in the living room, of course, it being wintertime, they had the 5-burner stove all the way up. Well, instead of going down there when everybody started getting hot, instead of going over there and turning that thing down, they crack open the front door. They're all chain smoking like their heads are on fire. So there's probably 6 or 8 adults in a little tiny, I'd say 15 by 12 living room, chain smoking. And all of a sudden the fire department rolls up, and they come and they knock on the door. Of course, the door's open. It's just the screen door that's shut. So Grandma goes to the door. What's wrong? He says, everybody out. Your house is on fire. We had somebody call and say there was smoke rolling out of your house. And so we walk outside, and sure enough, out the front door, you can see smoke rolling out. And they go in. They get up in the attic. They look. They can't find smoke. They realized it was cigarette smoke. That's how much they were smoking. They were smoking so much that people thought our house was on fire. And us little kids are just running around, just second-handing it, So I've had allergy problems my whole life, and needless to say, I'm not a smoker and do not like it. But I do like smoky nuances in fragrances. I don't want a fragrance that smells like cigarettes, but I don't mind like a cherry tobacco type of smell. In fact, I like those in cold weather fragrances. So this one has that. I think there's some musk in the base. There's some agar wood, which is the wood that oud comes from. So it has this deep, again, dark, resinous, smoky, leathery, cherry soda type of vibe to it. Really, really good. It's a linear scent. It's not going to change a lot. Again, if you don't like Bvlgari Man in Black, to me this is a more subdued version. Man in Black is a little sharper. It's a little more punchy with the spices. This is a little more reserved with the spices. But if you do like that, but you'd like a more reserved, toned down, I would even say smoother, although I'm not saying it's better than Bvlgari Man in Black, but I think it is definitely smoother. This is a very good fragrance, and if you can pick it up like I did for $30, it's a no-brainer. Run out and grab it because for $30, it's a steal. It's a bargain. It being an eau de parfum, it does sit a little closer to the skin. To me, this one don't project as much as kinetic, but it probably lasts maybe a little longer, especially if you spray it on clothes. I get wafts of it when I wear it all day long. So I'd say it's maybe average to slightly above average. It's very masculine. Again, it's a little sweet, little smoky, little resinous, little dark, little rich, little leathery, those type of things. So if those things appeal to you, I would suggest maybe adding this to your collection. Like I said, again, if you can pick it up for a steal, even the more better. So, all right, let me know what you think about Tumi and their fragrances, and what else do you think Continuum may remind you of. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all those things. Till we see you down the road, I say God bless. Frag on, Frag fan.